comment down below. Enjoy the video, guys. G'day guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be changing the clutch in my RB25 in the S14. Thankfully my mate Scott is lending me his factory to use his hoist, so that way we can get the gearbox out easier. I was going to do it at home in my driveway, but as you guys can hear, it is raining so heavy right now, so thankfully Scott was nice enough to let me use his hoist. Easier access to get the gearbox out. So far I've taken out the starter motor top, we've taken out the tail shaft. Whoop. Oh. We've taken out the tail shaft. We're going to raise the car up, do all the bolts off the gearbox from the motor, put the transmission jack so that way we can drop the gearbox on the jack, bring it down nice and easy, and then we'll change out the clutch. Up we go. Man, I wish I had a hoist. I honestly wish I had one right now, man. I'm so tired of doing work in the driveway, as you guys have seen over the years, me doing work on my cars, in the rain, on the floor. Now I finally get to have some luxury doing it on a hoist. It makes life so much easier having one of these. I should mention as well, I don't have time to get an exhaust fabbed up. I wish I could, but after the Keep It Read event, we're going to get a straight pipe made from back of the turbo all the way through and out here, because this exhaust is a joke. But let's continue on. So with the gearbox, so you guys want to know, we've taken out the clutch slave, 2 bolts right there, easy to take out. Put that to the side. We're going to be chucking a GK Tech braided line in here, re-bleed the clutch line as well. Bolts to take out the gearbox. Now that we've got the top of the starter motor taken out, to take out the bottom one. Oh, the bottom one's already taken out, forgot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take out all of them, 6, and then there's 2 at the top. So there's 2 bolts at the top. They're going to be hard to get to, but we'll get to it soon. And then the transmission mount, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts holding that up. So once you undo all those, the gearbox will come out, and then the clutch will be right there. And then we got Scott's Supra right there. Probably the best looking Supras I've ever seen, man. Like, you see a lot of Supras in the street, but that Supra, it actually looks tough as hell.
Get that bar again. Alright, this is straight down. Just balance it out. Yeah. Fuck yeah. This is dirty, guys. You right?
Had to carry this from the front of my house to my back of my house.
They're a fucking ton of the thing.
Yeah,
oh, you were getting wet.
Oh well, fuck it. Some gearbox oil. Alright dudes, we finally got the gearbox out right now. Absolute mission to get this thing out. Massive thanks to Scott for helping me getting this out as well. If you look up here on the tunnel, the gearbox did not want to slide out at all. So when the original owner had this car, he must have slid the gearbox with the motor into the car, never taken it out, because we had to bash the shit out of it, like grab a pry bar, smash the tunnel just to have some clearance to slide the gearbox out. It did not want to come out at all. And another discovery, I just found out I have a twin plate in here as well. It's an extreme twin plate, but it was starting to be worn out, so that's why I've got a new clutch. So this is going to come out. You can even see on the side, if you put we'll show them when we take it out.
Probably
so,
easier.
The old owner told me it was an OS Geekin. Told you, dude, I can never remember that name.
You got this.
Yeah, he told me it was an OS clutch. I'm not going to pronounce it. And now it's an extreme fucking twin plate. So yeah, now it's time to take it out and chuck on the new Exedy extra heavy duty clutch right now. So let's get to it. Man, that light. Every time.
Fuck the light. Happy days.
Alright, sweet. Do you want this flywheel? Don't even worry. We're not even gonna use it again. Yeah, dude, that looks fucking pretty worn. Yeah, dude, that's barely any meat on that. I definitely need an impact mod. Look how easy that's coming out. So easy. If I was doing this in my driveway, I would have still probably tried to take the gearbox out as we're speaking right now.
Would have been a struggle.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna get an impact gun for sure. Make sure to replace the rear main seal as well while you're there. You definitely do not want oil leaks coming from the back of the motor. Mad.
You can use one of those too, if you want.
Mad. Just big sledgehammers because we're about to bash in the tunnels right now. So we can make some clearance with the gearbox once we put it back in, because we kind of feel like 4 right now. Just don't want to hit the clutch hard line. Whoop. Send it. Alright dudes, we're going to skip this part because it's going to be time consuming. Cheers to Scott with all the mad tools. Used the sledgehammer. And we finally bashed in the tunnel wall right here. So we should be able to slide the gearbox in perfectly without it hitting up against anything. But if changing the clutch pivot on the gearbox, we changed that with the GK Tech one. We chucked in some new springs that I had laying around at my house because I had spare ones. And now, after all that, we'll chuck on the new flywheel. Funny thing is, Scott had a spare RB25 flywheel because we wanted to smash out this job in one day. He had a spare RB25 flywheel laying around, so like, alright, if you get that machined, I'll give you the money for it and I'll give you my one now. But we didn't know there was a twin plate clutch with this special flywheel that comes with this setup. So how lucky is that he had that spare RB25 flywheel over here that we can still use to chuck into my S14. So we got it all machined up. I'm going to chuck it back into the S14. Do the new clutch and then bleed the clutch line. When you're working on a car, you definitely need to have a pizza brake, man. Look at that, man. Time to get in that, and then we'll get to putting the clutch back into the car. Bolt down your flywheel and do the torque specs correctly. So I'll chuck the torque specs somewhere around here. Because I had the extreme twin plate clutch in there, those are the bolts there. And because we've got my regular flywheel bolted up right now, done the torque specs, those bolts weren't going to fit. Luckily Scott had some old ones laying around. Mad guy. We dug through this box of screws. Thank fuck that we found these, man. So it's time to chuck in the new clutch right now. Oh dude, if we didn't find these bolts, we would have been screwed.
Oh, it will be when you tighten it all up. But for now, it's good.
Yeah, this definitely has more meat than the other clutch.
Oh yeah. A lot more.
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah.
So we torque spec the clutch bolts at 34 Nm. Got the new clutch on right now. And now up next, trying to get that gearbox back in here. It's going to be a mission, but
Should we move towards the engine at all?
yeah.
Right.
Good. Stop.
There?
Yeah. Raise it. Push towards the engine.
Yep. Just like that.
Yep. Do it.
You guys shouldn't need to hold too much pressure on.
Yeah.
Okay, that should drop in. Try and wiggle it and push forward. Heavy.
Dude, what an absolute mission that was to get the gearbox. A massive thanks to Scott over there. Absolute legend. Took a lot of hard work and teamwork to get this gearbox in. And if you guys can see up there where I bashed the tunnels in, it actually helped out a lot sliding the gearbox back in because the old owner never done it. So, oh, what a mission that was to put the gearbox in, and now it's gonna bolt everything back up and hopefully the car can drive.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, we're gonna quickly put the camera down and just bolt everything up because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see some boring parts right now. Oh shit, we still gotta bleed that clutch sleeve. All right, after that hard battle, me and Scott got the job done. Got everything tightened up right now. Got the tail shaft back in, gearbox is all bolted up. The last thing we're gonna do is bring the car down. Actually, we're gonna change out this clutch line right here to a GK Tech braided line. Shouldn't be too hard to bleed. We chucked in the new GK Tech line, bleeded the clutch sleeve. Got the clutch all bled up right now. Show you guys the new GK Tech line. You guys can see that. Now that we bled the clutch, feels a lot better now. So now we're gonna start the car and hopefully it works. All right, the car seems to be all right. We're chucking in first gear, clutch in, let the clutch out. Going to second. Yeah, beauty. We did it, man. Going to third. We rolled it, man. New clutch feels a lot better than that twin plate extreme clutch. So it's a good thing that we went through this headache to get this clutch done, because 2 days worth of drifting, you definitely want a good clutch. So yeah, hell yeah to that. This Supra is actually pretty dope. It's a tough looking Supra. Hell yeah. I'm just so happy we got the car done. So right now we're gonna put the car back in the trailer. I've got about 40 minutes to return that trailer. I'm sick and tired of hiring trailers. As you guys saw from last week's video, all I do is just spend money on hiring trailers, man. So I definitely need to get one soon. Up the mighty Barra. Alright dude, sorry for not doing a video of wrapping up with the S14. It was like thrashing down with tons of rain. Had to load the car in the rain with mate Scott, then I had to unload the car in the rain and just get the car back into my driveway. It was a nightmare, so I didn't want to sit there and record while I was getting drenched. So yeah, it's pretty crazy how many odds we had with doing this clutch change on my RB25 and the S14. A massive thanks to my mate Scott. I'll run a few of his drift videos shortly. But just quickly, if it wasn't for Scott, I don't think I would have got this job done. It was just crazy, like, it was just very lucky that he had a spare flywheel for starters. Trying to get the gearbox out of the S14 was pretty tricky, so luckily I had some tools to help like pry up against the firewall to make some clearance to get the gearbox out. And then third of all, because I found out I had a twin plate clutch, the flywheel was different. Luckily I had a spare RB25 flywheel that was already machined, so luckily we were able to put that in my car. Don't worry, I'm going to give him money for it. And then the clutch bolts, because the clutch bolts were different from the twin plate clutch, they were longer, so we couldn't use them on my new clutch, the single plate clutch, to that flywheel. So luckily I had some 8 bolts of the clutch bolts laying around, so that was another odd that we beat. Just luckily we found those bolts so we could put everything back together. It's just amazing how much stuff we ran into and we still got through it. Give it a little bit of a boost. So a massive thanks to my mate Scott. I've known the bloke since like 2011. He's an amazing drifter. I love his driving style. He also has a built RB3025 in his S13. And I'll quickly chuck on some of his drift clips right now. like that's just only a short snippet, man. I love his high speed entries, especially that reverse entry. You can hear him kick the clutch and just regain the grip and just launch off after that reverse entry. That was so sick. So definitely go give Scott a follow on his Instagram. I've chucked his name with the video, so make sure to check him out. I'm just happy that we got the S14 sorted at my mate's factory. I was gonna do it in the driveway, but there is no way I would have got that whole job done in my driveway. I reckon I would have had issues straight up trying to get that gearbox out. So massive thanks again to my mate Scott for lending me the hoist and giving me a hand changing the clutch in my S14. Now with the S14, there's one more thing I got to do before we go to the event. And another thing, dude, sorry I didn't talk while doing the gearbox removal. It would have been a dog move if I was focusing on the camera and doing all the talking while letting Scott just hold the gearbox by himself. It is a teamwork job, so that's why I didn't do a voiceover while I was doing the gearbox stuff. It is a tough job, so the main thing is we got it done. Hope you guys understand. Up next with my S14. I don't know if some of you don't know, but it's still got the ABS unit. It's been disconnected, but still we've got to remove this junk, take out the hard lines, and then put in the GK Tech ABS Delete kit. So I've got that kit already, so the time you guys are watching this video, hopefully I've already tackled the job. I'll show you guys how to re-bleed your brakes and how to install the GK Tech ABS Delete kit as well. And another thing, working on the hoist was such a luxury. Coming back to the driveway really sucks, so make sure to share the videos, get it out there, so one day I'll get myself a little shop, have myself a hoist, hopefully get another car, get some more content out there. Oh yeah, for the ones that don't remember, the Asahi bottle, the can actually stuck there, so yeah, cool little cheeky Jap beer mod. Not too bad. Dudes, if you're going to do an RB swap in an S chassis, make sure to bash the gearbox tunnel, so that way you've got some clearance when you chuck in the gearbox, and then you can take it out of the car underneath instead of having to take the whole motor out, because the old owner didn't do that. He just slid in this new motor with that gearbox, hence why I ran into some clearance issues. But once you bash into that firewall, dint it all nice and perfect, you won't have any issues with the gearbox hitting up against it. So that's a thing I should recommend for you guys to do if you're going to do a swap. Time to wrap up this video. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below, share this video to your mates, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Catch you guys later.